Hello students, I am Harinder. I have been providing calculation and approximation tips to the students for the last 20 years. Today we are going to learn Vedic maths, how to take the different base multiples and how to find the square root of the numbers, how to guess it quickly so that you can answer the question. Before we start with the concept and questions, let's have an overview of today's session. Today we are going to learn base application in multiplication, then taking base as 50 and 500, then how to do the estimate of square roots, and there are finally some practice questions for you. Let's start with the concept, students. Students, in this case we are going to learn how to take 50 as base. I'll explain here once again that usually speaking the numbers which are completely rounded, that is 100 or 1000 or 10,000, can be taken as base. Now here the numbers are around 50. So what we do is we take 50 as the base for our convenience, but mind it, 50 can only be working base in this case. Our main base remains 100 only. So let's solve this. Now here students, 52 is 2 more, 56 is 6 more. Then what we do is the operation here, 52 plus 6 or 56 plus 2, both make it 58. But mind it, here we have taken the base as 50, which is half of the main base. So we half this number, students, to generate the value as 29. Now this will be the left hand side. The right hand side you will multiply plus 2 and plus 6, and the result is you generate 12 over there. So the answer to the question becomes 2912. Take one more example, students. Here you have 41 and 47. Now you can say this number is minus 9 and this number is minus 3. If you compare with 50, applying the same principle over here, 41 minus 3 or 47 minus 9 both provide you with 38, students. Now because 38 again base is 50, which is half of the main base, you half it to get 19. Now minus 9 and minus 3, their product happens to be positive 27, which you will just write over here, and the answer becomes 21927. Right, students? Let's solve the third question here as well. So this is plus 4 plus 8. Doing the same operation here, students, you get it as 62, and then you half it to get 31. Now what will come on the right hand side? The product of plus 4 and plus 8, it will give us 32. Answer is 3132. Right, students? Now let's learn the multiplication by taking 50 as the base. Sorry, squaring. The students say you want to square these numbers. 56. So what will you take it as? Can you say 56 is plus 6? So 56 plus 6 gives you 62. Doing it the same way, because the working base is half of the main base, you half it and you get 31. On the right hand side you get 6 sixths, which is 36. Then 47, it is minus 3, it is minus 3. Now 47 minus 3 gives us 44, students. We half it, we get 22, and on the right hand side 3 into 3 gives us 9. It's a single digit. We want to write 2 digits because the main base has 2 zeros. It is 100. So we need to write 09 here, students. Moving on, 63. So this is plus 13. Plus 13. Now 63 plus 13 becomes 76. We half it, students, to get 38. Now mind it, the square of 13 or 13 into 13 becomes 169. It has 3 digits. Whereas we can only write 2 digits on the right hand side, as the base is 100 and it has 2 zeros. Right? So what happens over here is 1 gets added in the left hand side, 69 comes over here. Your answer becomes 3969. Right, student? Answer in this case is 3969. Now, what you can observe every time, only in case of squaring, because the trick I am going to tell you now is very difficult to apply in case of multiplication. That every time we are adding and then halving, we are adding and then halving, or we are subtracting and then halving, why not to half first and then add or subtract, as is the case? Let's learn it, students. The shortcut of 25, I'll call it as, the students, the base is 50, which is half of the main base. So what we do, we take half of 50, 25, and keep that in our mind to solve the questions. Now here, first question, plus 6 students. I have taken the same question to make you understand. Now it was plus 6 and the number is 6 more than the base. So what you can do, students, you add 6 straight away in 25 to get the same number as your left hand side without doing much of the work. So 31 is the left hand side. On the right hand side, we already know 3 into 3. So this is 36. Similarly, it was minus 3 here. So students, what you do is you subtract 3 from 25 straight away. And your answer comes out to be 22. And right hand side, again, you are supposed to write 2 digits because the base has 2 zeros. So it is 2209. I hope this is clear. That is, if the number is more or less than 50, you add or subtract the difference respectively straight away from 25. Let's move further. Let's take 500 base for multiplication, students. Now we know 500 is half of 1000. And 1000 has 3 zeros. So let's solve the questions here. It is plus 6. It is plus 4. The same process. 506 plus 4 or 504 plus 6 gives us 510. Now we need to half it. We half it to get 255, and right hand side 6 4s is 24. Students, it has 2 digits. Base is 1000, which has 1 2 3 zeros, so we have to write 3 digits over there. So we will write it as 0 2 4. Let's solve one more, students. It is minus 9. It is minus 13. Now 491 minus 13, or the other one, get the left hand side as 478 and then you half it to get 239. On the right hand side, 13 9s is 117. It has 3 digits. We want 3 digits. We just place it over there. Answer is 239117. Moving on, 512. So this is plus 12 and this is minus 10, students. Now 512 minus 10 or 490 plus 12 gives us 502. So students, you half it to get 251, but at the same time be careful, on the right hand side you have plus 12 and minus 10. That is, the product is minus 120. So what we do over here, we know left hand side incomplete gives us what? It gives us 251,000. From this we subtract 120 and our answer is 8800 here, 5. So it is 250880. Here it is a negative one, right? Moving on, students. Base 500 we are taking, and we are doing it the way we did it for 50 by taking the shortcut method of 250 directly. Now here 498 is 2 less than 500, students. So what you do? Half of 500 is 250. You straight away subtract 2 from 250 to get the left hand side as 248. Now the product of 2 and 2 is 4 students. We want to write 3 digits, so we need to write it as 0, 0, 4. So that there are not 1, 2 but 3 digits on the right hand side. Moving on, 512. This is plus 12. Plus 12, you add students here. 12 into 12 is 144. Now 512. This is how much more than 512? So add 12 to 250 directly. Your answer becomes, students, 262144. We have to place 3 digits on the right hand side. Moving on, 521. So plus 21 here. You add 21 in 250 directly, students. You get 271. Now 21 square is 441. It has 3 digits. We need 3 digits. We just place 441 over here and the answer is 271441. Right, students? I hope it is clear. Moving on. So for square root estimation, there are 2 important points, students. One, that the digits given on the left hand side will give us the range that the square root of the number will lie somewhere where, and secondly, the right hand side 2 digits will tell us where to reach exactly. What I am saying is, just try and understand, students. If you try to recall the squares of 22, 23, 24, 25, and if you try to move backwards from 25, 26 has same 76, 27 has same 29, and 28 has same 84. So basically the 2 digits on the right hand side start repeating in the reverse order after 25. So you need to remember the first 25 perfect squares and you need to guess the range. Let's solve this question here. You want to find the square root of 7744. So students, take any rounded number. You know the square of 80 is how much? It is 6400. The square of 90 is how much? It is 8100. I'll write it for your reference. We know 80 square is 6400 and 90 square is 8100. So can you say the square root of 7744 will lie somewhere in between? And now only focus, students, the last 2 digits are 44. 44 comes in the square of which number? It comes in the square of 12. Now 12 is involved between 80 and 90. The only number where 12 is involved is the number which is at a difference of 12 from 100, that is 88. Right? It is slightly complex. You have a doubt? Just see 1-2 more question. It will be clear to you. Now see, 47089. Firstly, now let me talk about right hand side. Students, 89 comes at the end of the square of which number? You know 89 comes at the end of the square of 17, as 17 square is 289. So 17 is involved. 2. 470 is there in the beginning. Again try to get a range. You know 100 square is 10,000. 200 square is 40,000. So 200 square is 40,000. 220 square is 48400. Now students, you can see the square root of the number 47089 will lie somewhere in between 200 and 220, and we have already concluded that 17 is involved. So the only possibility which is left over there is 270, which shall become your answer. Let's do one more. This student. Now students, here right hand side is 41, which tells you that 21 is involved. Now just see, what is the square of 100? It is 10,000. What is the square of 110? It is 12100. And what is the square of 120, students? It is 14400. Now you can see your answer is quite close than to this and a little more. Now knowing it is little more than 120 and 21 is involved, the only possibility left is 121. So students, 121 becomes your square root here. Take the next one. Now here the number 61. Now 61 comes at the end of which number? Square of which number? We know 19 square is 361. So 19 is involved. Now just try and take guess here. We know square of 300 is 90,000. So less than that, students. Say I take the number 280. It is 78400. Now it has to be in between these two values somewhere. Now in between these two values, students, and 19 is involved. It can only and only be a number which is 19 less than 300. That is 280. Right, students? After that, just last two for your extra practice. See 324. We know 18 square is 324. So 18 is involved. Let's take a range here. How much is the square of 200? We know it is 40,000. Square of 300, it is 90,000. So we have to go much more than this. Say I take square of 500. It is 2,50,000. We reached close. So a little more than that. Say I take the square of. Now firstly we decided that 18 is already involved. Now 80 is involved, it is little more than 500. You can make a guess here, students, 518. The moment you apply the shortcut of 250, that adding 18 in 250 gives you 268. And then on the right hand side, you already have 324. Answer is 518. And the last question here, students, you can see 576, which is the square of 24. And you can see 4 digits over there. I think it will be easy to guess if you just try and consider a base. 24 involved, more than 1000. You think about 1024. The answer is 1048576. Or you can say the square root of the number here is 1024. So students, I understand this technique is slightly complex to apply. But if you apply some 30-40 questions, if you practice, believe me, you will be very comfortably able to apply this. Here are a few practice questions for you. You have to find the square root, guessing it, and then finding the product. These are the answers for the same. So students, I hope you would have gained from this session as well, and you will be able to approximate and do the calculations in the exams in a better manner. That's it from Team Bullseye. Thank you so much. Happy learning.